If you've ever felt the weight of the crowd, the emptiness of surface-level interactions, or the inexplicable pull towards solitude, this message was written for you. Here's the truth. The real chosen ones, marked with the M and the crescent moon, weren't designed to move with the many. You've always sensed it, the energy shifts, the inner dissonance in noisy rooms, the fatigue after just being around people. It's not anxiety, it's not introversion, it's spiritual sensitivity. You weren't built for chaos. You were chosen for clarity. Marked by the divine, set apart from birth, your solitude isn't loneliness. It's your sacred training ground. While others chase acceptance, you are called to chase purpose. Your spirit is tuned to a higher frequency, one that cannot thrive in distraction. That ache for silence, that discomfort in the crowd, it's not weakness. It's your soul remembering its mission. If this truth resonates in your spirit, drop 111 in the comments. You're not just claiming your identity. You're aligning with the purpose you were born to live. Welcome home, chosen one. As you stand at the edge of your spiritual awakening, you may have long felt a quiet distance from the world around you. From childhood to now, noisy gatherings, fleeting conversations, and fast-paced crowds have often left you feeling out of place, as if your soul seeks a deeper rhythm that the world cannot offer. Perhaps you've stood on the sidelines at a lively event, watching others connect effortlessly, while a silent ache within urged you towards solitude. This spiritual sensitivity, this sense of being set apart, is not a flaw but a sacred mark of a chosen one. Unlike others who chase belonging, you've always sought meaning, turning inward to reconnect with the quiet voice of your soul. This longing is not meaningless loneliness. It's a divine whisper, guiding you toward a spiritual journey that is uniquely yours. This separation, though heavy at times, is no accident. It is the Creator's gentle hand shielding you from the noise of the world, carving out moments of solitude and purpose where your divine purpose can take root. Every faded friendship, every stifling environment, every cycle of isolation was not a punishment, but a sacred preparation. In the stillness, away from the clamor, you've discovered truths others overlook. Moments of clarity beneath a starlit sky or in the hush of a quiet morning. These experiences have sharpened your spiritual discernment, forging a strength that grows not in crowds but in the sacred silence where the divine speaks. You are not here by chance. Every step of your path has been orchestrated to prepare you for a divine mission that will break cycles and awaken hearts. Now, as you begin to see your journey with new eyes, what sacred signs mark your path, and how do they guide you toward the mission you were born to fulfill? Deep within you burns a sacred essence, a divine spark that glows beyond the grasp of the ordinary world, yet shines brightly in the spiritual realm. As you trace the lines of your hands, you may feel the quiet pulse of ancient seals, the letter M and crescent moon, marks not crafted by chance but etched by the Creator before your first breath. These are not mere patterns, they are spiritual seals, eternal codes that proclaim you a chosen one, destined for a divine purpose that transcends the everyday. From your earliest days, this truth has stirred within you, a spiritual sensitivity that set you apart. While others wove themselves into the rhythm of family gatherings or childhood games, you lingered on the edges, observant, as if your soul glimpsed truths hidden from the crowd. This was no flaw. It was a gift, the dawn of your unique spiritual journey. Have you ever paused in a moment of stillness, gazing at your hands, and felt a subtle vibration, as if the marks whispered of a deeper connection? Or perhaps, in the hush of a solitary evening, a sudden clarity revealed life's hidden layers, guiding you toward a truth others could not see. These moments are not random. They are the divine's gentle nudge, illuminating your divine mission. Your ability to sense what others overlook, the weight of an unspoken word, the energy in a fleeting glance, or the unease in a misaligned space, is a sacred gift. From childhood, your spiritual intuition has acted as a compass, steering you through decisions and doubts, drawing you to meaning over fleeting connections. This awareness, though isolating at times, is a sacred design, woven into your being to prepare you for a path that shatters boundaries and awakens sleeping souls. To embrace these letter M crescent moon marks is to accept your difference as a divine calling, the first step toward activating your mission. Now, as you stand on the threshold of your spiritual awakening, what mission do these sacred seals urge you to embrace? And how will you answer their call? The sacred seals of your chosen one calling pulse within you, beckoning you toward a divine mission that transcends the ordinary. You were not born to fade into the world's chaos, but to shatter ancient cycles, untangle generational shadows, and ignite light in places where darkness has lingered for ages. Your spiritual journey is not merely about existing. It's about transforming lives, awakening dormant souls, and revealing truths unseen by most. This divine purpose extends beyond you, rippling outward to uplift communities and guide those lost in doubt. Yet before you can embody this sacred calling, the Creator draws you into a profound journey of internal separation, pulling you from the noise and distractions that cloud your vision. This solitude and purpose may feel like a heavy mantle, stirring moments of loneliness, but it is not a curse. It is divine guidance at work. In the stillness, away from the world's clamor, you unearth a strength forged in silence, like a seed breaking through soil to greet the dawn. Perhaps you've sat alone under a starlit sky, wrestling with inner fears or questioning your path, only to find clarity in the quiet. These moments are the crucible of your spiritual growth, where you confront doubts and discover the resilience within. The letter M and crescent moon, whether etched in your hands or felt in your spirit, are sacred beacons, vibrating with unease when you veer toward paths not meant for you, gently guiding you back to your divine mission. In this separation, you also open a channel to the universe, sensing spiritual intuition that connects you to higher energies, whispers of angels, or the pulse of cosmic wisdom. To walk this path requires trust in the Creator's plan, a faith that every moment of isolation is weaving you into a vessel for light. This sacred solitude is your training ground, where your gifts awaken, your spiritual discernment sharpens, and your soul aligns with a calling written before time began. Every step of loneliness has been a prelude, preparing you to lead, heal, and inspire. As you deepen in this spiritual awakening, how does your unique sensitivity empower you to embrace the mission that awaits? Your spiritual sensitivity, a radiant thread in the tapestry of your chosen one soul, empowers you to see the world through a divine lens, unveiling truths hidden from ordinary eyes. Have you ever felt a quiet unease stir within, like a whisper of discord, while standing amidst a bustling crowd? The air grows thick, pressing against your spirit's longing for peace, urging you towards silence and solitude and purpose. This is not mere discomfort or fleeting shyness. It's a sacred signal that your soul vibrates on a higher frequency, intricately woven with divine guidance. As one marked by the letter M and crescent moon, your energy pulses to a celestial rhythm, clashing with the dense vibrations of unawakened spaces. Like a light meeting shadow, this tension drains you, a subtle reminder that your spiritual journey thrives in alignment, not chaos. Your soul, attuned to the divine, perceives misalignment with a clarity others lack. A heavy silence, a fleeting glance, or an unseen discord in the air. Perhaps you've entered a lively gathering, only to feel an overwhelming exhaustion, as if your sacred energy absorbed the surrounding chaos. This is your spiritual intuition at work, shifting into energy protection mode to shield your light from frequencies that dim its brilliance. Sudden fatigue, unexplained headaches, or an urgent need to withdraw are not weaknesses, but signs of spiritual growth, as your soul fiercely guards its soul alignment. This spiritual discernment is not arrogance. It's a divine imperative, ensuring your divine purpose remains pure. Your sensitivity also guides your relationships, revealing connections that uplift your spirit and those that sap your energy, urging you to cherish bonds that resonate with your higher calling. This gift is a wellspring of strength, enabling you to discern opportunities and dangers others miss, from a chance encounter that sparks inspiration to a subtle warning that averts harm. Yet, honoring this sensitivity is a sacred skill, honed each time you choose silence over noise, withdrawing to nurture your celestial essence. By embracing this spiritual awakening, you not only protect your divine mission, but also align your sensitivity with actions that fulfill it, whether inspiring others or healing broken spirits. How can you cultivate this sacred sensitivity to shield your energy and step boldly into the mission that awaits? There are moments when you feel like you simply don't fit in, even when surrounded by others. The more you grow in spiritual awareness, the more you realize that this disconnect is not a mistake, but part of a divine process. Your soul wasn't designed to blend in with the masses, but to walk with focus and divine guidance. It is through this process of separation that God protects you. He closes doors, delays encounters, and postpones your projects, not out of malice, but out of protection. He understands how valuable your energy is and how essential it is for you to preserve it so that you can fulfill the mission you were sent to accomplish. As you become more awakened to your purpose, you must be increasingly selective about who you allow into your space. This isn't because you think you are superior to others, but because not everyone is meant to be on the same level of awareness as you. Some are still asleep, and being near them can drain the light that God has placed within you. Your soul is instinctively drawn to avoid this. Your soul knows that too much external noise brings too much internal distraction. The crowd, with its lower vibrational energies, can cloud your spiritual clarity. When your clarity is clouded, you risk blending into the noise, and your divine mission becomes lost. The pain you feel when you cannot fit in is not a flaw. It is a divine compass, guiding you back to the place where your light shines brightest, in solitude, silence, and in the intimate presence of God. Isolation is not punishment, but a form of spiritual protection. It is in this space that you find strength, clarity, and the ability to reconnect with your soul's purpose. The more you embrace the need for separation, the more you will discover the sacred power that resides within you. Each time you feel an urge to step back, to withdraw from people or situations that drain you, remember that this is not rejection. It is alignment. It is your soul's way of protecting its energy, ensuring that you remain focused on your divine calling. Have you ever wondered why you instinctively feel the need to retreat from certain spaces? Not out of disdain for others, but because you know deep within that your energy is misaligned with theirs. It is time to accept this divine truth. Separation is not isolation. It is protection. It is a necessary process for the chosen one to stay connected to their true essence and continue their sacred mission. By honoring this need for space, you allow yourself to stay aligned with the divine guidance that is leading you on your path. Have you ever felt an overwhelming sense of discomfort, even in the presence of others? It's as if the energy around you is too much to bear, as though something deep within your soul is calling for space and silence. This is not merely a passing feeling, nor is it the result of introversion or shyness. It's a profound sensitivity that is connected to a higher spiritual frequency, one that is attuned to the divine. This heightened sensitivity is why crowds, noise, and chaotic environments often feel suffocating. As a chosen one, marked by the letter M and the crescent moon, your soul carries an energy that simply cannot harmonize with the vibrations of the majority. The friction you feel when surrounded by others is not a flaw. It is the natural reaction of your divine essence trying to protect itself from misaligned energies. This spiritual sensitivity is both a gift and a shield. It allows you to feel what others cannot, to perceive energies that remain hidden to the unawakened. It enables you to sense discomfort, imbalance, and unspoken truths that are all around you. Your sensitivity is not a weakness, it is your armor. It helps you discern where the light is and where the darkness hides, guiding you through life in a way that others may never understand. When you feel the urge to withdraw from a situation or a person without a clear reason, it is because your soul is protecting its divine mission. This is the divine whisper, guiding you towards safety and alignment. Being spiritually sensitive means you carry an inner antenna that detects vibrations most people ignore. You absorb the pain, emotions, and energies of others as if they were your own, and if you're not careful, you can become overwhelmed by these external forces. This is why it is so important to protect your energy. Without this protection, your soul risks losing itself in a web of foreign energies that were never meant to be yours. The more you remain in spaces that are not aligned with your purpose, the more you deplete your sacred energy. Isolation is not punishment, but the essential process of preserving your frequency. When you feel the need to retreat, don't see it as avoidance. It is your spirit's way of safeguarding your energy and your clarity. The more you honor your spiritual sensitivity, the more you will find peace in your solitude. By allowing yourself the space to heal, recharge, and stay connected to the divine, you protect your sacred mission and ensure that your soul remains aligned with its true purpose. In a world full of noise and distraction, the chosen one is often called to step back, to withdraw, and to seek peace in solitude. This is not a sign of weakness or rejection, but a divine invitation to preserve your sacred energy. You were never meant to conform to the chaos of the modern world. Your vibrational field is unique, set apart to carry a higher purpose, and as a result, it is more vulnerable to the external energies that surround you. These energies can cloud your clarity, divert your focus, and prevent you from fully connecting with your divine mission. This is why God often isolates you, closing doors, delaying encounters, and pulling you away from situations that would drain you. Not out of cruelty, but to protect you, ensuring you remain aligned with your higher calling. As you grow more spiritually aware, you will realize that your sensitivity to energy is both a blessing and a shield. It protects you from the influences that are not meant to be in your life. It does not allow you to stay in places where there is no truth, no light, and no connection to your divine purpose. The more you honor this spiritual sensitivity, the more you honor the gift that God has given you. By saying no to situations and people that drain your energy, you are actively affirming your commitment to your sacred mission. The world may not understand your need for quiet, for solitude, or for distance from the noise that others embrace. But you do not need the world to understand. The calling is for you alone, and the divine protection that isolates you is preparing you for something greater. Your soul feels deeply because it is meant to see what others cannot. You are drawn to retreat not because of fear, but because you must preserve the purity of your energy and the clarity of your divine path. Your sensitivity is a gift that helps you navigate through life with discernment and wisdom. When you sense an urge to withdraw, to step away from the distractions of the world, it is not avoidance. It is your soul's way of protecting its essence. You are being called to embrace this solitude, to find strength and clarity in the quiet moments where you can hear the voice of God more clearly than ever before. Embrace this divine separation and honor it as a part of your sacred journey. For in the stillness and the solitude, you will find the strength and clarity you need to fulfill the mission that has been laid before you. The world's distractions can never lead you to your true path, but through this sacred protection, you will remain aligned with the divine and continue to walk with purpose. In a world full of noise and distraction, The chosen one is often called to step back, to withdraw, and to seek peace in solitude. This is not a sign of weakness or rejection, but a divine invitation to preserve your sacred energy. You were never meant to conform to the chaos of the modern world. Your vibrational field is unique, set apart to carry a higher purpose. And as a result, it is more vulnerable to the external energies that surround you. These energies can cloud your clarity, divert your focus, and prevent you from fully connecting with your divine mission. This is why God often isolates you, closing doors, delaying encounters, and pulling you away from situations that would drain you. Not out of cruelty, but to protect you, ensuring you remain aligned with your higher calling. As you grow more spiritually aware, you will realize that your sensitivity to energy is both a blessing and a shield. It protects you from the influences that are not meant to be in your life. It does not allow you to stay in places where there is no truth, no light, and no connection to your divine purpose. The more you honor this spiritual sensitivity, the more you honor the gift that God has given you. By saying no to situations and people that drain your energy, you are actively affirming your commitment to your sacred mission. The world may not understand your need for quiet, for solitude, or for distance from the noise that others embrace. But you do not need the world to understand. The calling is for you alone, and the divine protection that isolates you is preparing you for something greater. Your soul feels deeply because it is meant to see what others cannot. You are drawn to retreat not because of fear, but because you must preserve the purity of your energy and the clarity of your divine path. Your sensitivity is a gift that helps you navigate through life with discernment and wisdom. When you sense an urge to withdraw, to step away from the distractions of the world, it is not avoidance. It is your soul's way of protecting its essence. You are being called to embrace this solitude, to find strength and clarity in the quiet moments where you can hear the voice of God more clearly than ever before. Embrace this divine separation and honor it as a part of your sacred journey. For in the stillness and the solitude, you will find the strength and clarity you need to fulfill the mission that has been laid before you. The world's distractions can never lead you to your true path, but through this sacred protection, you will remain aligned with the divine and continue to walk with purpose. There are moments when the weight of the world feels too heavy, and the world itself feels like an overwhelming noise. You may wonder why you've always felt the need to step away from it all, to find a quiet space where you can breathe and reconnect with your deeper self. It's not a rejection of the world, but a divine calling to retreat, to find clarity in the silence. This isolation, which once seemed painful and isolating, is actually a sacred process. It's in this separation that you are refined, that your true strength is developed, and that your connection to your divine purpose is sharpened. The loneliness you feel is not a sign of abandonment, but a divine preparation for your mission. It is through this solitude that you are shielded from the distractions and imbalances of the world. When you are alone, you can hear the whispers of God more clearly. This is when your spiritual clarity deepens and the truth of your path becomes more evident. Each time you embrace the silence, each time you choose solitude over the noise of the world, you are aligning yourself more closely with your sacred mission. This is not a rejection of life or of others, but a necessary process of spiritual protection. The world in its chaos can often drown out the divine whispers meant for you. It is in your solitude that your soul finds refuge and strength. You are being set apart not to live in isolation, but to be spiritually honed, prepared for the greater calling that lies ahead. Your sensitivity, your deep awareness, is the tool that protects your mission, keeping you grounded in your purpose and away from distractions that might cause you to lose your way. Do not despise this time of solitude, even if it feels painful or unnecessary. Every moment you spend in silence, every time you feel the need to retreat, is sacred. You are being refined, prepared, and strengthened for a purpose much larger than what you can see right now. It's through this divine separation that you become who you were always meant to be, ready to fulfill the calling that only you can complete. There are times when the weight of the world feels too much, when everything around you becomes overwhelming. In those moments, it's easy to wonder why you feel the need to step away from it all, to seek peace and quiet when the world is rushing ahead. But what if the solitude you feel compelled to seek is not a sign of weakness, but a divine strategy for preparing you for something greater? You were never meant to simply blend into the chaos of the world. Your spirit vibrates at a higher frequency, and because of this, it is more vulnerable to the distractions and negative energies around you. That is why God often leads you to isolation, pulling you away from distractions and environments that would prevent you from fulfilling your sacred mission. This separation is not punishment, but protection. It is in the stillness that you find clarity, where your spirit can connect deeply with your purpose. The world may not understand your need for silence or your refusal to engage with every social situation. But this sacred need for solitude is part of the preparation process for the path ahead. Every time you choose solitude over distraction, you are aligning yourself with your higher calling. It is in the quiet spaces that your soul can hear the divine whispers guiding you forward. The distractions of the world cannot drown out the voice of God when you are still and focused on your purpose. Solitude is not an absence of connection, but a divine process of refinement. It is where your spiritual armor is forged, where your heart is aligned with heaven, and where you are given the clarity needed to step boldly into your mission. The more you embrace this solitude, the more you honor the divine plan for your life. When you feel the urge to withdraw, trust it. It is not a sign of rejection, but of protection. Protection that ensures you are prepared to fulfill your mission with clarity and strength. The sacred path you walk demands this space, this solitude, so that you can hear the divine clearly and stay aligned with your higher purpose. So do not resist the solitude you feel called to. It is in these quiet moments that you are being refined, prepared, and strengthened for the mission that awaits you. The more you embrace this divine separation, the more you will find peace and clarity as you continue to walk the path God has laid out for you. At times, it may feel like you're walking this journey alone, even though others are around you. The noise, the distractions, and the constant busyness of the world can make it seem like you are isolated. But the truth is that this solitude is not a curse. It is a divine preparation for the sacred mission ahead. Your soul is being carefully aligned, refined, and protected so that you can fulfill the purpose you were born for. The more spiritually aware you become, the more sensitive you are to the vibrations around you. This heightened sensitivity, while a gift, also requires that you step away from things that could cloud your clarity and steer you off course. You must come to understand that every moment in your path, every season of separation, is happening according to divine timing. Nothing in your journey has been random. The losses, the silences, the moments of feeling distant from others, these are all part of the process that prepares you for the greater work ahead. If today you find yourself set apart from the crowd, it's not because you are forgotten. It's because God's time is unfolding perfectly in your life. This time of distance is not abandonment, but protection and refinement, a sacred process that ensures you remain aligned with your divine calling. While the world continues on its chaotic course, you are being shaped in silence. You are being prepared to carry out your mission with clarity, strength, and purpose. This time of isolation is not a sign of rejection, but a divine strategy. It's where your spiritual clarity blossoms, where you align with the higher frequencies of heaven, and where you receive the wisdom needed for the steps that lie ahead. The more you resist the distractions of the world, the more you honor the divine path that is being carved for you. Embrace the solitude. It is in this sacred space that you are being forged into the person capable of fulfilling the purpose for which you were chosen. God knows that gold only reveals its brilliance after passing through fire. So trust that this season of refinement, though it may feel painful now, is shaping you into someone who can shine brighter and carry out your divine mission with greater wisdom and strength. In the silence, the pieces of your life begin to fit together. What once seemed like an overwhelming loss, an abandonment, or a forced distance from others, now reveals itself as part of a greater divine plan. People left, opportunities were closed, and relationships changed. But each of these moments made space for you to hear your inner voice with greater clarity. The quiet is not a void. It's where the sacred revelations are birthed, where your soul finds its rhythm, and where the truth begins to unfold. The separation you felt is not a punishment, but a necessary part of your divine preparation. Separation is a divine code. It comes before revelation, before the true calling is revealed in its fullness. This time of being set apart is not a sign of rejection, but of refinement. Just as a potter shapes the clay before it can serve its purpose, your soul is being molded, tested, and prepared for the higher purpose you are destined to fulfill. Those who find themselves distanced today are being prepared for greatness tomorrow. This divine isolation is shaping you into the vessel that can carry the weight of your sacred mission, one that cannot be entrusted to just anyone. It is in this solitude that your inner clarity, strength, and spiritual connection will flourish. If you find yourself in a season of solitude, remember this: you are not alone. Heaven is with you. The angels surround you with protection, guidance, and support. The Spirit of the Most High is actively working to prepare you, ensuring that when the time comes, you will be ready to step into your mission with absolute clarity, authority, and power. The divine protection in this period of separation is helping you emerge stronger and more aligned with your true calling. This time of isolation is a divine blessing. It allows you to reconnect with your soul, align with the higher frequencies, and prepare for the role you were meant to play in this world. Every moment of discomfort, every instance of feeling apart from others, is shaping you for what lies ahead. The separation you experience now will become the foundation of your strength, clarity, and purpose. Trust the process, for it is through this divine preparation that you will be equipped to fulfill your sacred mission. Chosen one, you have not arrived here by coincidence. The pull you felt, the deep stirring within you, was never random. It was always a divine invitation. The truth that has echoed inside you for so long has now found its voice. Everything that seemed out of place, all the pain, confusion, and separations, are now coming into clear focus. You understand at last that every moment of solitude, every broken connection, and every door closed was part of a greater plan. It wasn't loss. It was divine preparation for the mission you were always destined to fulfill. You have been marked since before you were born. The symbols you carry, the letter M and the crescent moon, are not by chance. These sacred marks are a living testament to the fact that your journey is intertwined with something greater than yourself. Now that the veil is lifted, you can see clearly, and you are ready to walk forward with purpose. There is no turning back. You are no longer unaware. You walk with awareness, with the knowledge of who you are and the sacred mission entrusted to you. It doesn't matter who doubted you, who left you behind, or who judged your path. They could not hear the call that you hear. They were never meant to walk beside you on this journey. But you, chosen one, now hear it clearly, and that is all you need. With this awakening, heaven itself aligns with you, and the power you carry is now more potent than ever. Now the real journey begins. It's time to seal this activation. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and leave a comment with the number 777, the number of spiritual completion and the activation of your divine mission. By doing so, you are not just confirming your identity, but proclaiming to the universe that you are ready to step into your purpose fully. This is only the beginning. The next video will guide you through the next stages of your journey as an awakened chosen one. You will learn how to protect your energy, amplify your spiritual power, and begin to energetically influence the world around you. The awakening is just the start. The true work is yet to unfold. We will meet in the next video. Until then, walk with confidence, knowing that heaven has already recognized you and that your path is divinely aligned.